As the stock markets hit record highs, the top Adani Group stocks are soaring in trade as well. Shares of flagship firm Adani Enterprises jumped 10% in trade today, while those of Adani Green Energy jumped 15% in trade. We also saw that shares of Adani Total Gas clocked in gains of 14% on an intraday basis. Shares of Adani Power also surged 12%. Wilmar shares also surged by almost 10%, and Adani Ports jumped by 7% on an intraday basis. Among other companies, we also saw ACC and Ambuja Cements shares climbing almost 5% each in trade as well. Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra. What is leading to the fuel in fire in the Adani Group stocks, and what is next? Which are the top Adani Group stocks that you should be now looking at and keeping on your radar? This video will help you understand all of this. The shares of Adani Group stocks have been witnessing a buying interest, barring some here and there profit booking over the last week that we saw. And this started off last week from the time that Supreme Court concluded the hearings of the several petitions demanding an inquiry into the Adani Hindenburg matter. But with today's surge in the overall stock markets, we've seen that the Adani Group's overall market cap has now crossed the mark of 12 lakh crore rupees. This is the first time that it has crossed this mark after falling below it on January 31st this year. That is just a week after the Hindenburg research report was released. After that, it has been a downward hill. We've seen volatile times and tough times for the entire Adani Group shareholders and investors at large. Today, Adani Group stocks have added 1.14 lakh crore rupees to investors' wealth, taking this total market cap to 12.36 lakh crore rupees in the early trading action as well. The group's market cap has also recovered more than 90% from the all-time low of 6.8 lakh crore rupees that was seen earlier, but still remains about 50% below from its all-time highs of 24.8 lakh crore rupees as well. Now, Adani Group stocks had their best day last week since the report really went public after the Supreme Court bench led by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud reserved its verdict in the Adani Hindenburg case. The Apex Court observed that the market regulator, that SEBI, must complete all the probes in 24 cases. And now we've seen that after today's surge, Gautam Adani has also added $5.6 billion to his net worth over last week, as India's top court concluded these hearings as well. Now, what's next for these stocks? What are the top experts saying? Mayuresh Joshi of William O'Neill talked about how he is definitely watching the duo ACC Ambuja. The cement pack is something that can do exceedingly well going forward from here, is what he believes in generally in the next few years. And obviously he thought that the kinds of numbers that they have been posting in terms of earnings, the expectations are that the synergies and operational efficiencies will also start flowing in, and that's why he's bullish on ACC and Ambuja from this Adani basket. The other one he's watching from the Adani Group is Adani Ports. A lot of activity, he believes, is probably expected to come through in terms of both container volumes and expectations in the sum of parts that Adani Ports probably derives as part of its intrinsic value as well. So nothing in terms of, something that he will be looking on to buy as well. So these are the particular stocks that he's really watching out for from the Adani Group's radar. What we also did is spoke to Ashish Chaturmota of JM Financials this morning to find out which will be his top favorite stock from the Adani basket after this sudden move and the recent rally as well. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
We don't have any exposure to any of these names, but yes, two stocks which we look positively and we keep track. They are Adani Ports and Adani Power. So Adani Ports, because of the huge monopoly in terms of the port businesses and doing extremely well. And you must have observed in this entire saga, when the stocks corrected, Adani Port is one stock which saw the lowest amount of correction, and now I think this stock has formed some serious base around 800 820 kind of zone. So keeping this in mind, there's a very strong possibility Adani Port would be one stock which is going to cross its previous all-time high, which was somewhere close to around 980,000 kind of trajectory, which implies there could be good 17 to 18% kind of upside from current levels. So if I have to take a bet within the entire Adani Group, I think Adani Port would be my preferred choice of stock in the entire space.
Okay, so there you heard it from Ashish Chaturmota, how he's bullish on Adani Ports. He prefers that stock among the entire 10 group stocks that are listed on the exchanges. And 18% upside from the current levels is what he is betting on as far as Adani Ports is concerned. So the stock market's high and so are the Adani Group stocks. And now you know which are the stocks that you really need to keep on your radar. In case you're going to be taking this advice to buy into, do speak to your own financial advisor as well before investing in any of the stocks that are discussed on our platform on Business Today TV. Until then, thanks for tuning in.
What if I told you that in the battle of voice assistants between Google, Siri and Alexa, the real winner is the iPhone 15 Pro or 15 Pro Max and you don't even need to use Siri?